Arsenal prepares shock move for January. Club sets stance on Marcus Rashford. Targets £3 million midfielder who humiliated Liverpool this season, and negotiates stunning swap deal with Leeds for William Saliba's former teammate. All this and more you can check out now with the top Arsenal news directly from Emirates Stadium. So make sure to like the video and check your subscription so you don't miss any updates. And without further ado, let's get started. In recent years, Arsenal's rumored interest in Marcus Rashford has often surfaced, with the Manchester United forward struggling to fully realize his potential at Old Trafford. Rashford's impressive track record against the Gunners might explain the apparent admiration from North London. His ability to shine in big moments is something Arsenal could use to add more spark to their attack. Under Mikel Arteta, Arsenal have shown a knack for reviving careers. Kai Havertz, once underwhelming at Chelsea, has found a new purpose at the Emirates. Similarly, the Gunners struck gold with Gabriel Jesus and Oleksandr Zinchenko, snatched from Manchester City when they were deemed surplus to requirements. Now, with Ruben Amorim's era at United likely signaling Rashford's departure, the forward is being touted as a potential game changer for Arsenal, injecting much needed creativity and flair into an attack that has often lacked inspiration. Arsenal insider recently caught up with transfer expert Graham Bailey, who shared his thoughts on the possibility of Marcus Rashford moving to the Emirates. Despite Roy Keane urging Rashford to leave Manchester United, it seems Arsenal won't be his next destination. Reports suggest the Gunners have firmly ruled out any interest in the forward, effectively putting an end to speculation about a January move. With Rashford's hefty £400,000 a week wage demands, Arsenal's revamped transfer committee has no intention of pursuing the United star. While United are reportedly open to loaning Rashford out in January, it's clear Arsenal have other priorities lined up for the window and won't be swayed by the opportunity to bring the forward to N5. Arsenal's search for attacking reinforcements continues, with reports linking the club to a potential January loan move for Randal Kolo Muani, as first highlighted by Arsenal Insider back in November. However, those plans might have hit a snag thanks to former Gunner Valérien Balogun, who's been making waves at AS Monaco in League One, potentially complicating Arsenal's approach for the French forward. Regardless of the specifics, there's no denying that Arsenal could benefit from an injection of creativity in their attack. While some argue the concerns over the team's offensive struggles might be exaggerated, the inconsistency is hard to ignore. Gabriel Jesus has struggled to recapture his best form and hasn't shown the sharpness needed to provide an alternative to Kai Havertz. Likewise, Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard have lacked reliability, leaving fans wondering why Raheem Sterling hasn't been given more opportunities to make his mark. As January approaches, it's clear that Arsenal need a fresh spark up front to reignite their title hopes. Arsenal interested in £3 million midfielder who's already dominated Liverpool this season. Arsenal face a major midfield overhaul this summer, with Thomas Partey and Jorginho potentially heading for the exit as their contracts run down. So far, no agreement has been reached for an extension with either player, leaving Mikel Arteta in a tricky position as he evaluates his options on a week-by-week basis. The arrival of Mikel Merino last summer, along with Declan Rice settling into a deeper number 6 role, has shifted the dynamics in Arsenal's midfield. Even so, it's becoming clear that fresh reinforcements are needed in the pivot, especially if both Partey and Jorginho depart. While Real Sociedad's Martin Zubimendi has been linked as a potential target, Arsenal may have a more affordable and realistic option developing in La Liga, which could better suit their plans for strengthening the squad without breaking the bank. Arsenal interested in Sevilla midfielder Lucien Agum. Arsenal insider sources reveal that the Gunners are closely monitoring Sevilla's rising star Lucien Agum, a midfielder who's turning heads in La Liga this season. At just 22 years old, Agum has already made a name for himself, navigating an intriguing career path across Europe. The French under-21 international initially left FC Sochaux for Inter Milan in 2019, where he spent most of his 5-year contract gaining experience on loan. Spells at Spezia, Stade Brestois, and Troyes helped shape his game, but it wasn't until his move to Sevilla in early 2024 that he truly began to shine. What started as a loan deal was made permanent in the summer for a bargain fee of £3 million. million. And Agoum has since made 17 impactful appearances this season. His performance against Liverpool at Anfield during pre-season, despite Sevilla's 4-1 loss, particularly stood out, showcasing his composure and quality against top opposition. With his dynamic presence in midfield and ability to excel in high-pressure games, Agoum has earned Arsenal's admiration, adding his name to the growing list of potential targets for the club. Despite his impressive performances this season, Agoum's journey hasn't been without challenges, showing that he still has areas to grow if he were to make a leap to a top club like Arsenal. One such moment came in November during a frustrating 2-1 loss to Leganés, where Agoum had a tough game. He conceded a penalty and was shown a red card, a misstep that left him visibly upset. However, his manager, Garcia Pimienta, was quick to defend him, emphasizing the importance of learning from mistakes. Pimienta spoke to Sport, saying, "When a player makes a mistake like that, the first to be annoyed is him, as happened to a teammate last week. That mistake affects the game because it results in a goal and you're left with one less player. We've seen this before, and it's something we need to move on from and encourage him." Despite this setback, such moments don't seem to have discouraged Arsenal from considering Agoum as a potential target. His overall playmaking ability and intelligence in midfield continue to stand out, particularly his ability to progress the ball and drive attacks. These qualities would undoubtedly make him an asset for the Gunners, even if he still has some room to refine his game. Arsenal eye transfer move for William Saliba's old teammate and surprise Leeds United switch. As the January transfer window approaches, Arsenal are looking at potential opportunities in the market to strengthen their squad. With the Premier League title push hanging by a thread, Mikel Arteta will be keen to add some options that could bolster his team for the campaign as well as the future. Arsenal have been linked with attacking midfielder transfer opportunities as well as potential center forward options to come through the door at London Colney. On top of that, some sales could be required to fund any deals, with January an awkward time to conduct much business. There may be some chance to build out the squad though, with Arsenal now linked with an option to bolster their depth. Illan Meslier to Arsenal transfer switch. Arsenal has been actively reshaping their goalkeeper situation over recent transfer windows with notable changes in the squad. David Raya's arrival last summer set off a chain reaction, which saw Aaron Ramsdale depart, and Karl Hein was sent out on loan to further complicate the goalkeeping department. To address this short-term gap, Arsenal brought in Nato on a season-long loan from Bournemouth, providing a temporary solution. However, long-term plans for the goalkeeper position remain unclear, especially after the club's failed attempt to sign Joan Garcia. Now, the latest name linked with a move to the Emirates is Leeds United's Illan Meslier. According to journalist Steve Kay, Arsenal could be eyeing the French goalkeeper as a potential target. On a recent episode of KS1, Kay mentioned, "Arsenal are looking at a goalkeeper. It's possible one could come in January. I've heard the name. It's Leeds goalkeeper Illan Meslier. I need to look into it more, as this is not from one of my top sources, but it's someone we're keeping an eye on. It remains to be seen whether Arsenal will pursue a deal for Meslier in January, especially with Leeds still pushing for promotion from the Championship. If a move is made, it could signal a significant shift in the club's long-term goalkeeper strategy. The connection between Illan Meslier and Arsenal goes beyond just transfer rumors, as the goalkeeper shares a history with one of Arsenal's key defenders, William Saliba. The two played together for the France under-21s, coming up through the ranks for Les Bleus in the defensive lineup. Their partnership was particularly notable during the 2021 European Under-21 Championship qualification, where they helped France win 5 out of 6 matches. While Saliba has since become a regular in the senior France squad, Meslier, at just 24 years old, continues to develop and gain valuable first-team experience. With over 200 appearances already under his belt, Meslier's career has certainly exceeded expectations for someone his age, especially considering the typical trajectory for goalkeepers. However, whether his potential will translate into consistent high-level performance remains to be seen. If Arsenal pursues a deal for him, it could be a calculated risk, hoping his talent matures into the quality needed for the Premier League. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.